Hello, hello. Welcome to Market Update. This is the second stream of today, Thursday, October 17. It is 3:16 a.m. p.m. The day is about to close. We have only one more period today. I am doing this because I just wanna say something about how dangerous, really, really dangerous these markets are at this moment. You know, the risk of being here is very, very high. Both sides. You know. I haven't done a trade here. There was only one opportunity here, and was this rebalancing. Okay, this rebalancing of this long inventory, extremely long inventory from the overnight. And it has left something here. The fact that it did not close this distribution was one thing that was really one important piece of information here early in the session. And when C started to build, on top of B and C, it gave us profile 3 periods wide. I started giving us POC there, right? The next thing here, is the market coming back inside this little, really tiny distribution. I say tiny because compare this one with this one over here. Right? But it has two distributions. It has two distributions, just like this one. Look what happened here. Just have to look at this, what happened in F here. The buyer coming from half back here. Right? Failing to have upside extension here. The same thing, right? The same thing that happened yesterday, the same thing that happened here. That happened here. The same thing that happened here as well. All right? Same thing. Traders keep doing the same thing. It just gives me an idea who is behind here. And also an indication this is rather long liquidation than a more serious selling here. Let's check the volume. We have higher volume than yesterday, a little bit higher, and it starts to match up, right? To a couple of periods, right at the last period, last K, it starts to match up. My bad, J. This big break here that we have here is this one. It just matches, right? Kind of like matches, and K is lower. Right? So that's not compromise here in this movement. The current actions to the downside, very weak action to the downside. Look at these three highs. Do you remember the the Nasdaq? While we were talking about this, what happened here, the highs, the three white highs. Now Nasdaq has the same thing, but in the opposite, the other way around. Look at how many lows we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lows, around the same area. What was support or resistance now is support. Yeah, traders will do that over and over and over again. Now, the low here, this low is, gosh, man, this is not good. 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 So everything here is, from my point of view, okay, short-term trading, extreme risk here. Okay, what I see is just trading here. Traders getting long, getting inventory too long, too fast. Rebalancing follows, getting too short, too fast, rebalancing follows. Okay. Market is going just back and forth, from too short to too long, from too short to too long. And now we have now we have Netflix at close. And at one moment here, when the market was up here, you start thinking, right? This market really is not that. The trade is to the upside. Value is higher. Market is going higher. But it's not that strong, right? Coming back multiple times into this distribution, actually, shows a lack of conviction, right? Lack of conviction on the movement. Also adds to the fact that it didn't close the gap in the first period here. It almost completed the trade, reaching the opposite side of this distribution. Note of the day, this is the first step, or the first stage of this. It didn't reach the other side, right? It just stayed there. Now, how much time is left? Right? How much time is left? Buying the dips keeps happening over and over and over again. Now we have a market to the upside. That strategy works better now. Now down here at J, being long or being short here is just nonsense. No, many people will you will see posts all over the place. This is a short. I got this, right? But this downside movement here, the same extension that you have here, it could have been to the opposite side as well. There is no indication here. There is nothing here. Don't mistake this session here. Right? There is nothing here. There was nothing here other than the counter-action to the overnight inventory. And the failing, maybe the little nuance that we have here is failing to close the distribution, right? Failing to close the gap. Yeah, failing to close the gap first at the first period, and second, failing to take this low here. I'm of course closing this distribution. The market is not having downside continuation right now. It doesn't mean that it will not have. No, I'm not saying the market will reverse and will go back and take this side. I'm not saying that. I just have time to. I am trying to not trying to make sense of this, but trying to understand what's happening in this market. Okay, the risk is just too high. If you have trade this day, make an honest assessment of your day, maybe yesterday and the day before and the day before as well, and how are you at this moment in time, right? How are you? Would it have been better if I have stayed in silence? For example, how many times I trade? 10, 15, 20, 30? Making more than 4 trades a day is, for me, it's overtrading. Right? It's really overtraded. Now, you will find traders that trade 300, 400, 600 times. Can you imagine the amount of commissions that carries? 600 trades. Just 600 trades and trading micros is going to amount for around $1,200 just right there. Now, I want to talk about minis. Right? Minis is going to be like 3,000 just in commissions with that amount of trade. There is nothing here. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. The market is to the outside, but there is nothing here. Nothing. This is a rotational day. Right? Has more to do with long liquidation than a more serious selling. Okay, this is the second time we have this market. It didn't. Now, I'm going to go back a little bit in time, a couple days, right? This day here is very emotional. I consider this day a good day, volume wise, to the downside, right? The market kind of like I don't want to put this out there in the way that it may generate any kind of bias. But this market is too high, right? It's too long. And inventory is in the hands of the weakest traders, right? And that's why we're having back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here, right? And bigger traders, seasoned traders, sophisticated, or more sophisticated money managers will see that as an opportunity, right? We saw that one here. You just need a little bit of pressure. The same thing that we have now. Now, check this out. Check the time frames here. One time frame, has this. When the market tried to break here, can you imagine the amount of shorts? I guess this is when I closed the morning webinar. The market just tried to get lower and didn't. I couldn't. It couldn't. It was bought exactly from settle, which is a very weak low. And what followed up to J or H, kind of like U down, or J, maybe G. It's still kind of like a clouded, right? But with H and I, okay, this is short covering here, and in very short, in a shorter time frame, short covering here, right? And now look at what's happening now. You have K and L. What we have here the whole day is long liquidation. That is important. Okay, what that is important is something that you need to address. We got short covering intraday, and now another long liquidation so far, right? If this market doesn't have extension, this is going to be long liquidation. Right? This section of the market, this part of the session, right? We have 1, 2, 3 parts, right? 3 actions here today altogether, and this is starting to look. We have only 3 periods here. Notice how many times. We got 1, 2, almost 3 hours here. The market trying to extend. You just couldn't get it. Now we are going to have. We may have, if M doesn't take these lows, doesn't check these lows out. This is going to be 2 hours here in the lower side. Right. And after that, Netflix can bring a tremendous amount of volatility here. Tremendous amount of volatility. And Netflix may have more impact than NASDAQ. And if NASDAQ has a big movement, that can drag the other markets. Remember what the bond markets are doing as well. Action to the downside, first rotation, action to the downside, second rotation, action to the downside, third rotation. Okay, and look at where this high is, where the gap was, right? Where these highs are, where the low, the gap are, or where. I really have no idea. I mean, I don't have I don't have anything here. I am flat as it can be. Now, the action to the downside remains, right? H, I, J, K, L, now M. It's not taking, each period is not taking previous period low. And as a matter of fact, the market is almost at the center of this 3-day range. What a coincidence, right? Who could have think that? good amount of inventory here. I mean, this was short inventory. That's what I squeezed here. Our kill. Maybe this area now is a better area to sell. Who knows? The 392. We talk about that. We talk about that in the morning. I don't have anything here. I just don't. Oh, there is something really interesting here. Then I also, as I say, as I was checking this guy, Tom, right? What I like from him is he puts his trades out there. But remember, he uses see if this is not. What is this? Today I think he had a bad day. Yeah, this one. I'm going to mute this. You know, we talk about what kind of inventory Nasdaq has. He has a position here, right? This was a gigantic break here, but my inventory was too long. But this is technical trading, right? At this moment, he has a short here. Right? Now, what is that? Remember, this is not futures, but it's an instrument based on futures. Right? He trades from, I guess he's based on England. And this inventory here was extremely long, very long. This is overnight. There was a short squeeze, right? But he follows his strategy. I got a stop here. I got a profit taking here. If the market, runs to the upside, has a strong run, and doesn't matter what happened, right? This is where I take profits, and this is where the market. I close my position. I don't do that again. I don't do that. That's a completely different type of trading. Completely different. That's technical trading, as I say. This is one-dimensional trade, right? But he sticks. Now this is what I want to highlight. He sticks to his strategy, and he takes here a loss. He takes a loss here, right? You can see how many positions he has. 200. 200. Any kind of instrument, that's a lot, right? And his stop 40 points. I guess it's 40 up, 40 down, something like that. I need to check that. But I want to talk about this specific, not about the trade. I mean, for me, it was a good trade. And what's a good trade? Even you have bad result. This is not a resultism, right? This is do what you are supposed to do. You have a loss, take your loss. Yeah? I am not going to have a long here, up here, for example. If I have Nasdaq, I have a long here, right? And when I see the market, my stop is down here. Oh, but I see the market going back and forth. But no, I'm not going to close because I think the market will come back. No, that's it, and it is painful. It's a heck. You endure heck lots of pain when you do that. But that's what you must do if you wanna, at least have some chance of success here. He has a book, right? I guess the best loser wins, something like that. It is really good. That's the only trading. That's the only book regarding trade that that talks about trade that I have read. I haven't read any of those technicals, traders for dummies, bar charts, the secrets of bar charts, so stuff like. I haven't read any of those ones. This is the only one that I have. I have. I'm trying to suggest you his book. You know, it's not. Well, look at this. Okay, and okay, let's keep watching this. For example, this is his stop, and here, Joe's here. As a matter of fact, I think he adds for his position. He adds another one, right? He adds here, but the market can almost reach his. No, this is not. This is his profit is up here, a little bit higher than this, but he adds somewhere here. But put a stop for this extra that was just taken now. For the additional 200. That's quite a loss there. And after that, the market just takes that one. Now, the next thing, this is the down now. Here's the Dow Jones here. And he got short, I believe, here. He has his strategy, he sticks to his strategy, and he got short. It was Nasdaq went long, Dow is short. I don't check that much the Dow. I don't know what happened. By the time, he is a stop. By the time you got, just take a look at this. Right? The amount of back and forth that it has this. This is a range. What we have here is a range, right? And once the market, I guess it's here, right? You can see it. How do you see this range here? Back and forth. Once you have a range, it's quite really dangerous there, because you can what your bet here. This can have a long run, right? The run this can have a big resolution to one side, or it can have a big one to the downside. That's one scenario, right? And another thing can be, just come back, take your stop loss, and goes to the other side, right? This because the market doesn't have any kind of direction. That's a completely different trade. That's a completely different instrument. The markets are the same. The market dynamics remains unchanged. All right. Now, 20 minutes before the close. Okay, just 20 minutes before the close. This is a breakout of having a breakout. Look at this low, where this low is. Okay, look at this low. I want to see if if the market can give us a spike to the downside. That would be against what the market is doing. This is the late pullback low. Notice this. All of the trade and all of today's session has been above the late pullback low. And this is what kills traders, right? This part here, this part is just a rebalancing of all these longs. All the longs that we have here are just, many of them cannot take a trade home, and they are forced to close before the market close. That's because that rules, right? They broke. Oh, come on, what I have them? Oh, I might here. I just closed this by accident. 10.17. 10.17 high. All of this trade was made above this. Now, granted, this is a questionable low as well. Well, I believe what we are watching here, or what we watched the whole day, is a long liquidation, and the markets have to deal with current business first. I wouldn't be short in this market. I wouldn't be long in this market. What I'm doing here is just watching here. Netflix can take this market. This can give us now. Let's check something else before coming here. Look at what the lows we have. Remember we were talking about 5 lows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 here. You know, part of that has been, all right, has been corrected. We have excess now on the low side. Now notice where today's low is. This is Nasdaq. Settle, right? Where today's low is in ES settle as well. Okay. Who buys from settle? Okay. That's a do you remember Tom? Trader Tom? Okay, technical trading. You know, is let me see if I can pull can get something here. Just show you. Let's show those to highlight the point here. Okay. Buying from settle would be the same. Okay, this is a double. This is market does double top. Let's sell it from double top. Bam, sell. Oh, okay. The next time the market does a double top, I am going to short the market. All right, that's a strategy. Double top, triple top, short the market. Okay, this works. Okay, tomorrow I am going to do that. Okay, you're very welcome. You know, this is free advice. Short, double tops, short, triple tops. I'm joking, okay? Don't follow that. It is, everything has to be put in context. Okay, because if I can do that, if I can think about that, guess who else can think about that as well? Everybody else, right? Everybody else can do, oh, okay, let's short double tops, let's short triple tops. I can make a program. I just can create an algorithm, give me some stop to put my stop based on the range. If the range is that big and my stop is that far, blah, 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 blah. That's an algorithm. Yeah, that's an algorithm trading I have there. All right? Put the things in context. Take a broader look at the market. Look above and failure. Potential destination, the opposite side here. What the bigger trend is doing, what the medium trend is doing, what do we have today, what do we have tomorrow, what is, you know. Oh, the thing is, we have to conceal those, those thoughts, right? Sometimes contradicting thoughts that we have. Because what we do here is short-term trading, okay? We do that, short-term trading, day trading. I don't hold trades more than 1 day. There are no short-term traders that I may hold for couple days, maybe a couple weeks, right? All that is short-term trading. That's not investment, that's short-term trading. And we all have different views, of the market. We all expect that something is going to happen. Put that in context here in this market, where we are at, what is happening out there, and then zoom in. I'm going to zoom in what is happening right now. Okay? No excess here. Same way that this has no excess, but I mean, the high actually has excess here. This second part of the intraday session, we have some excess here. This low doesn't have any excess in the lower side. It's kind of like a truncated here. What's happening with bonds? Gold making new highs. Look at the break the dollar has, right? Look at it, has a significant break after make a daily high. Wow, this is, I'm very close, right where it was. This is interesting. Let's check it, the daily. Because of, yeah, very, oh, the same principles that you use in this market can use it in this market or any other market. Why I use the ES? That's the question, right? So it's, I got this from Jim. I believe that ES is a more efficient market. What do we have tomorrow? Well, I use oh, I like this book too. It's always a classic. You will find these kind of things all over the place, man. Just buy here, right? Oh, to the point. This is when I have yearlings for the week. I didn't screenshot this last Friday, and I thought next week was today. I mean yesterday. It is Alcoa. It was Alcoa. No, and bunch of banks, right? The banks usually, no, usually kickstart this earning session. And Netflix here. Next week, do you have anything for next week? All right, I got people here in the house. I guess I'm going to just close the stream here. If you have any questions, just let me know. I may go mute here. But this is what I found. Where I found what earnings are scheduled. This is what I use. You know? It may be helpful. I'm leaving here just in case it helps. All right, and this is my Twitter. Profile, what it is, okay, here. SP to stay in here. All right. All right. Look at where this low is. A low right there low. This is the same as being at this market coming down and being bought from this low here. Right? Like where? Like this one here. Okay? That's the relevance of the distributions. It's very risky here. Very risky here. This market can shoot its way up higher right up here, or can, shoot its way down towards this end. All right, guys. Wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Consumer spending and active levels of individual investing should provide a liquidity backdrop to sustain market levels.
Yes, I think that's absolutely unassailable, and the question is always how much of that's already priced. And I also think